It's a scorcher today in Israel. Brief central as the mercury is rising. Summer approaches, but here to give you your headlines hot off the press and onto a vice near you is me, Rolene Marks, with the Israel Brief, brought to you by Lay of the Land, where we take a look at those top stories making headlines in Israel every Monday to Thursday. And we begin with the big news tomorrow, that is Yom Yerushalayim. And as per the tradition over the last couple of years, the annual flag march will take place through routes in the Old City. Now, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said that the route of the march will follow its traditional route and will go through the Muslim quarter in the Old City. What is Yom Yerushalayim about, you ask? Well, let me tell you. It celebrates the reunification of Jerusalem, the eternal city of the Jewish people, the capital of the state of Israel, when Israel won the war in 1967 after the Six-Day War and managed to reunify East and West Jerusalem. It is a day of huge celebrations and is marked throughout the world. Now, the Palestinians have threatened violence. Hamas have said that if the Al-Aqsa Mosque is harmed in any way, they will resort to violent tactics, using the excuse that the Al-Aqsa stands to be harmed is somewhat of a tactic that Hamas have employed in recent years. However, the route will go nowhere near the mosque. Terror groups in the Gaza Strip just a short while ago on their Telegram channel have also threatened to resume sending explosive devices and incendiary balloons over the border. This has abated in the last couple of months, but there has been a spate in recent years of sending balloons over into Israel, and once they land or they explode, they set fire to very, very valuable agricultural and natural reserve land, and of course put many civilians at risk, especially children who see the balloons and want to grab a hold of them. Israel have warned Hamas against any use of terror, saying that they will face harsh consequences. Meanwhile, Israel's police yesterday said they are prepared for any eventuality and will employ about 5,000 officers around Jerusalem to ensure the safety of the march. They will also be closing a number of access roads to the Old City. So if you are traveling in Jerusalem tomorrow, please be aware of road closures. The leader of the Otzma Yehudit party and National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir, who many see as a very, very polarizing figure, has expressed his intention to join the march, and the USA has urged restraint from both sides. Last night, thousands of worshippers worshipped at Joseph's tomb. This is in Nablus. And this is the first time since the coronavirus pandemic that we've seen such a large delegation attend the holy site. Now, over a year ago, Palestinians set fire to Joseph's tomb, and those who went to pray last night went with a big contingent of IDF security. Is there trouble brewing in the EU Parliament over funding to Palestinians? Well, it certainly seems that way. EU officials want to condition the 300 million euros that they give to Palestinians every year on taking out the incitement of hate in Palestinian textbooks and school books that seems to be present and that really contributes to an economy of hate. Joseph Borrell, the Foreign Minister of the EU Parliament, has cautioned against this, saying that the Palestinian Authority is in dire financial straits and would not tolerate any excuses not to ensure that aid reaches the Palestinians. Now, Borrell, just a couple of weeks ago, patched up a spat with Israel when he met with our Foreign Minister Eli Cohen. We thought all was well in the world, but the issue of incitement is a massive, massive contributor to terror attacks, to the conflict in the region, and it certainly does not bode well when aid is not conditioned over the removal of hate in textbooks. And move over unicorns, it is now time for the monk seal. An endangered monk seal who we have called Yulia, don't ask me why she's called Yulia, we've just decided it that way, is presently reclining on a central Tel Aviv, or central rather Israel beach. Why has Yulia, who has been spotted before in around Turkey and Lebanon, come to visit Israel? Well, it's not just for the tourist destinations. Monk seals, who are amongst the most endangered species in the world, she really is a beauty. She's a seal with kind of like a blonde or goldish coat, has come onto the beach to shed her fur. This is something that seals do every year, and it takes a couple of days, and she has gone intermittently into the sea and back onto the beach. She has really excited many onlookers who are taking great comfort at seeing her, and marine biologists and the Nature Authority have cordoned off an area where she can rest undisturbed. She really is bringing a lot of joy, and onlookers are flocking to see Yulia repose on the beach. And Israeli marine biologists are very excited by this. They say this is a very, very rare sighting, and that they are amongst the most endangered in the world. In fact, one marine biologist said he's so excited he's actually struggling to sleep. Yulia is expected to shed her coat and then go off to her next destination. And we say, welcome to Israel, Yulia. Come and visit us anytime. We will make sure you always stay safe. And that brings me to the end of today's edition of the Israel Brief. Don't forget to check out our website at www.layoftheland.online. Our Facebook community at Lottel site. You guys need to be a part of that, and you can do so by liking us, following us, and sharing our content. We are on YouTube thanks to all our new members who have clicked on that red subscribe button. You can find us at the Israel Brief, and we would love it if you subscribed and shared and liked our content. Let's get that news you don't see in the mainstream media about Israel out to as many people as possible. And we are on Twitter at layoftheland5. I'm Rolene Marks. This is the Israel Brief, and I'll catch you again tomorrow.